And we are live. Hello. Okay, I'm just going to wait for a few seconds until I see someone coming in and I can say a proper hello to everyone from Hong Kong. Let me just switch on this. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, give me one more second. Just want to make sure everyone here. Yay! So I see Rosella, the first viewer of this first Facebook Live takeover for live streaming Italia. Hello, Ross. Okay, since people will be able to see this on replay, I'm just going to go on and introduce myself. So if anyone were to come in, you can also tap on it and say hi. Second, Diego. Hello, hello. Ciao, ciao. So I'm going to introduce myself. My name is John. I'm from Hong Kong. Hong Kong is also part of China, but it's a very different place here. My profession is actually a distributor in the wellness industry, so I have anti-aging products that I distribute all over the world. Now, the reason why I'm here today is because Rosella, that has been very kind and invited me to be in this platform, in this group, to share you my experience using social media tools to build my business and to be in Hong Kong. So thank you, Rosella. And I want to say ciao to live streaming Italia, and I really, really wish you to be like successful and have great content to post frequently. And I understand how normally live streaming Italia has Italian content. So this is in fact the first takeover in English, and hopefully I can make you also understand where this place is. But if it's better for you, you can also type in the comments and I can read it out. And if I can't explain it to you verbally, I can also type back to you after this Facebook Live. How about that? Gracie, thanks. Awesome. Okay, so my experience with social media was like almost everyone back in the old days. We're talking about 5-6 years ago. I only had a Facebook account, and usually it was for my friends. So it wasn't anything of a professional level. It was just posting out my photos and sharing some thoughts in my life and all that. And I only became interested to use social media because of my business. Because my business requires me to expand my social network, and it requires me to reach out to people that I don't know, to build a relationship with them and to get to know them better. So it got to me thinking, whether Facebook or these other social media tools out there, whether it's even useful, or how would I choose what to use? Because nowadays there's so many of it, right? We are using Facebook Live at this time, but in fact, there's tools like Instagram, there's tools like Snapchat, and these are the ones that the Western community is more familiar with. There's also something super big in Asia, which is called WeChat, that I will be talking a little bit more about, because WeChat is more than just a social media tool. It's basically a combo of social media. It's a communicator like WhatsApp or iMessenger. It's also an e-commerce platform. And so there's so many things within this app of WeChat that maybe not that many people outside of Asia know about it. So I'll also talk a little bit more about it. Now, because I'm not an expert in social media per se, what my knowledge is to be valuable to share to you is in fact the platforms that we're using in Asia or in Hong Kong specifically. And what I want to do is I want to also explain to people how, by understanding different countries and what kind of tools they choose to use, will effectively help you to connect with people outside of the country or outside of your culture. For example, I'm assuming everyone who's watching this are most of the people watching this are majority in Italy. Now, because I don't know much about Italy. My first question would be, what is the most used communication app with the Italians? Is it WhatsApp? Is it Facebook Messenger? Is it iMessage from iPhones? Can you guys tell me? Can Diego or Rosella tell me about this? Because I genuinely don't know. So I understand there's also a 10 to 15 seconds latency, so maybe it will take a while for you to also reply my message, which is fine. I'll just like acknowledge you. So Rosella says WP, so I'm guessing that means WhatsApp. Now in Hong Kong, everyone uses WhatsApp. I think I would have to say 100 friends of mine, 99 of my friends would use WhatsApp, and the one person that will not use is my mom, because she doesn't even have a smartphone. Yeah, you know. So hi, Piotr Boa, how are you doing? Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Ciao, ciao. And so, but the interesting thing is, let's just say if you were to go into China, then you tell them about WhatsApp, they don't necessarily know, because that is not their major communicator system. If you go to Japan, in fact, there is an app called Line, and I'll show you an icon for that with my iPad. This. Oh. Just want to show you this. Hold on a second. That icon there. Line. Let me just shoot it off the screen. It's in fact a major communication system in Japan. So, okay, I'm just going to flip the screen. I'm going to see it here. Can you guys see my TV screen? Okay. So, the green icon, correct. Okay. So this is Line. And so Line is a very different tool than WhatsApp. The interface is very simple, right? Let me just try to zoom this in so I can see this. Okay. Okay, Diego, thank you for tuning in, and you can always watch the replay here, right? So with Line, this app, the interface is a lot different, but the main idea is you have your friends that you can send message with. But what's interesting in Line is we have stickers, and these stickers are in fact pretty cute. So let's just say if I want to chat with my friend ALM, there are these stickers I can send to him that you don't have it in the other messengers, and I think that's pretty cool. The stickers work like emojis, but they're also a little different. Let me try to pump it up. Excuse me. Choose a video. Okay. This is the first time I'm using like Line from Ciao Horta. This is the first time I'm using sticker as well. So let's see. Hi. Okay, the iPad version doesn't work as well as the iPhone version, so I have to show you another time with this. Apologize for that. But yes. So stickers are another form of emojis, but in Line, they have all kinds of different cartoons. And what's interesting with stickers is sometimes when you want to talk to a person, a lot of the people with Line app, they don't use words and they don't use text. And what they use is stickers. And stickers can convey an emotion. So there's more variety than just emoji. And a lot of Japanese people like it. So let's just say in Japan, in Thailand, in Taiwan, these are different countries in Asia. But also because the development of communicating systems like these apps are different because of history, because of the market penetration, So essentially, Italians use WhatsApp. That's great for me because I already have WhatsApp. But if you were to go to these countries and if you ask them about WhatsApp, they would say, I don't use WhatsApp, I use Line. So if you want to connect with these people, you would want to download the app Line to use it. See? Okay, I just want to say hello to Diego and Rosella. I'm clicking on this. Now, if there's any questions that you want to ask about social media in general in Hong Kong, in China, or in Asia, feel free to also ask me a question. If you're watching this in a replay, what I can do is I can also reply to you offline. So when I'm done with this, yes, Italians love WhatsApp and Facebook. Yeah, so and I think there's also this I don't know if you know as well, but in mainland China, not counting Hong Kong, you cannot use Facebook, and you cannot use YouTube, and you cannot use Google, because in mainland China, the government actually blocks these websites and block these apps. So if you go into China, even if you're speaking with the community of Italians or English speakers, they would be adopting to the country and use these other apps. So say WeChat, which is this app here, I want to show you. WeChat. Okay, I'm going to switch my screen again. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to hold on to my phone. You see that one? That little icon over there? Whoop, this one? That's WeChat. Let me just wipe my lens. So that's WeChat that we use. Line is the one I showed you, which is also the green icon. And those, so WeChat, yeah, WeChat. That is the app that most of Chinese people use in China. So it's a very different app, but it's very fascinating. So you can also learn how to use that as well. Now, I'm not sure about in Italy, because I understand there are also a lot of European countries who's also very big in live streaming. So what we're using right now. Now, this platform that we're using is Facebook Live, and if you want to do any sort of communication or broadcasting, in most of Asia, Facebook Live is great, especially when you want to be speaking in your own language. But let's just say for me, because I speak in English and also Chinese, but when I want to reach out to the world, for me, Facebook is not the first choice to use a live event. What I want to use is another app which is called Periscope. Live streaming is not big here in Italy, and I wonder why, because the interesting thing is there's a few reasons why live stream is not big yet. Technology is one very important reason, because connectivity is very demanding. When you want to do live streaming, you have to have a good bandwidth, and then you have to be, willing to face in front of the camera and engage with the viewers. So I think it's only been the past couple of years that since Meerkat and Periscope has started to be trending in the internet world, platforms like Facebook has also built in this function so people can also use live. Now, how well people can use it depends on how familiar they are with these tools. But the reason for me to love using Periscope or Facebook Live or any live streaming app is because for me, I find that the engagement level compared to all these different medium, with live streaming, it's really, really interactive and it's really effective. Periscope is not really working. Facebook better, but still small. And I guess it becomes a question whether there is a need to grow that community, right? If I have to guess, because I don't have too many Italian friends, I think Rosella is my only Italian friend in the internet. I have a few family friends from Italy. But how I understand is Italians are really Like they love to socialize, but they love to socialize face to face, not necessarily, through internet tools. And so when they see these tools, especially with the older tradition, like the more traditional people, they feel like this is not real connection. This is not a real relationship. I understand in Hong Kong, a lot of people also feel that way. So it definitely takes some time for people to get used to these tools. And interesting enough, what you will notice is it's usually the younger generation that would be embracing these technology, right? So what they do with it, sometimes it's pretty silly, but once in a while you see someone doing really, really amazing creativity work in it. But what I want to say is because we're in a different region, maybe Italian loves Snapchat better than Periscope, for example. In terms of number of users, Snapchat is definitely higher than Periscope. Or I'm not sure about now, because with Instagram having Instagram stories, I see more of my friends in Hong Kong also trying to use Instagram stories. Snapchat is still something that we think the younger generation to use. The evolution of social media in Asia, especially in Hong Kong, is always 1 to 2 steps slower than in the United States. For example, I remember I was one of the few people who started using Facebook when I came back from the States. But a lot of my friends didn't have Facebook. So it took them maybe a year or 2 years later. And with the older generation, it's even 3 or 4 years later that they started creating their own Facebook page. My dad, for example, I don't think he had a Facebook page until 3 years ago. But I have my Facebook page for more than 9 years. So you can tell how the gap is. So age comes in mind. The country is also, and for example, in China, 90% of the population, they just don't have Facebook because it's blocked. But you talk about places like Thailand, Indonesia. In fact, I don't know if anyone else ever uses BlackBerry. Do you remember BlackBerry, the little brick-like machine that you can actually type and message to people? Well, WeChat is a function, is an app that has also the social media element in it. So a lot of people use Facebook to post their photos and all that. I can show you my WeChat page, in fact, so you can see this. So let me just shoot it back to the camera. Okay, so this is my WeChat page. Hey Edward, how's it going? So this is my WeChat page. This is my profile picture. So if I click into the people that I follow here, save groups. Hello, Sylvia. Ciao. Where are you from, Sylvia? Okay, moments. All right. Okay, so this in WeChat is basically like your Facebook wall, right? And you have your profile picture. I have my profile picture up there, and then this is my wall, right? So you can tell these are the people posting photos, posting videos, posting advertisements sometimes. So this person here, she's selling these pearls, right? So you can in fact click on these items. Verona, but now watching you from the airport of Bratislava. Awesome, Sylvia. Welcome. Ciao, ciao. I have Line. So this person is posting these photos up and selling these black pearls, right? So if you click into her profile, this is the post that she makes, right? So it goes by date. And what's interesting about WeChat is, since we are here, there's also this thing called the wallet. You see that? The wallet. And this amazing app, not only you can talk with people, with your friends, not only you can see their posts like Facebook, you can also buy these services that's available. So example, right now my current balance in my wallet is $24. Can you see that over there? Zooming a little bit way in. So that's my balance, right? That's my balance, $24. So this is a function that's awesome because now you can pay within your app to ride on a taxi, let's just say, for example. Okay, so I can buy train tickets. I can buy tickets to Macau, which is an island close to Hong Kong. And let me just zoom out a little bit. And I can even have a Tesla ordered to go to the airport for $400 Hong Kong. That's about $50 US. And I can even go to dining places to buy coffee, and there's all sorts of, and I can go to meals, right? So this is something that is amazing with WeChat. And everyone loves it. Everyone who sees you WeChat thinks, wow, this is like a great app. And there's also a video about the amazing function about WeChat and how many companies in America now wants to learn from this model. So what you do is you connect your bank account or your credit account to WeChat. You can put money in it. You can withdraw money from it. You can even exchange money to your friends. Yeah, and so let's just say if we go to dinner and if your friend forgot to bring cash, he or she can use his WeChat to send me money to my wallet. You can pay taxi with apps. Wow. Yeah, exactly. So you can hop into a taxi. You can ask them for their wallet. You scan their wallet. There's a QR code, and you tell them how much you want to give them. No change needed. You don't even need to bring cash anymore. And so these are the tools that we have in China that in Hong Kong, even though we're slower, but we're slowly adapting to these tools. Is it only associated with companies or anyone who wants to be a vendor? You can be a vendor yourself. We also, in WeChat, we also have this thing called a WeChat number. It's like a business registration that if you have an identity card, you can register. And essentially what you can do is you can have a blog post, and you can also do money transactions through there. You can pay to order goods, you can pay to order services, and it's a very amazing app you can use. What they have is also a wrap packet function. So if I go to wallet again, let me see if I can say, let me do this again. Okay. So this like business is extended to more than just like companies. You yourself can become a company if you want to provide goods. So if I click on balance right now, what I see is this is my amount. I have $24 in it, right? I can withdraw, or I can even give people money. And I can send people like wrap packets. So, you know, I can if I can have someone next to me, I can just send him money. And this is something that I think it's amazing. Nazim. I don't see Nazim, but hello Nazim. Ciao Nazim, how's it going? Again, my name is John. I'm from Hong Kong. This is the first takeover of live streaming Italia, and I want to tell more about the apps, the social media platforms that we use in Hong Kong to get familiar. Sylvia is WeChat. Okay. All right, so in Japan, for example, what people do not know is in Japan, which is a very different country in Hong Kong, the Japanese uses Twitter more than Facebook. So a daily activity in Twitter right now is in fact more, like the app itself has more value than in Facebook, because I don't know the reason. I've asked my Japanese friend about this, but somehow everyone has a Twitter account and always tweeting on a daily basis. Remember about Twitter having 140 characters limited with one tweet? Now, if you're typing in English, what happens is you need at least four, 3 to 6 to 12 characters to have a word. So a lot of times you need to abbreviate it to shorten it to have, enough space to type whatever you want to tweet out within that 140 limit. Now, because of the words that Japanese use, or in Chinese, one word can have a whole meaning. So when we have 140 characters to type, meaning in Chinese or in Korean or in Japanese, we can provide more context within that 140 character limit, because let's just say to eat is EAT, 3 characters, and I can use 1 character to indicate eat. So I'm really having one word to show more. In Italy, Twitter is more for review TV shows. Interesting. And what's more interesting is in Hong Kong, where I live, nobody uses Twitter. Nobody uses Twitter. China, nobody uses Twitter, except for the journalists, for the English-speaking people who want to reach out. And it's also very interesting seeing how these things develop, because now I have all these apps, because I have to talk to many people from Taiwan, from Japan, from Thailand, from Indonesia. So I know all these apps. But if you're living in Hong Kong, you don't need Twitter, because nobody follows you on Twitter unless you have people outside. Yeah, so Edward Lee, let me give you a like, is basically having these characters, and these are Chinese characters, and each character can have one meaning already, so that's great, right? And so what else do I want to talk about Twitter? Now, Twitter itself, even though it might seem outdated for a lot of people, so Twitter does not work in China. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Google, these are all blocked in China, but there is a way to use it. A way to use it is to download a VPN. So if you have a VPN, what happens is you can have an IP address that's not traceable back to China. So once you have a VPN, you can cross the firewall of China that's blocking these apps, and you can access Facebook, you can access Twitter, and you can access even YouTube or Google, you know. And so very different, very interesting country. And if you want to know more about it, I think I can also put what I will do is I also talk about these on my own Periscope account, so we can also talk a little bit about that in the future. Let's just say my wife is from Thailand, and so most Thai people, they love to use Instagram, and they love to use Line. And so what happens is the way they use it is also very different because of the culture. A lot of them, they use it to sell services and products. So you go to one person's Instagram page, what happens is you see them posting not lifestyle, but products after products after products, because they use Instagram like a catalog or a shelf that you have on a shop. So a lot of people, what they do is they have their bank account information, their telephone number. If you want to buy stuff from them, this is the category that you can look through Instagram, and then you can buy it through them. I don't know, does the Italian people do that? No WeChat in Thailand. Only the Chinese people, so it's not that popular. Majority of the people, they changed from BlackBerry Messenger now to Line. So Line is the major social media platform and communicator that they use. Instagram is also super big. If you talk about the number of users, Instagram has a lot of Thai people using it to, just post pretty photos, yummy food, but often they use it as a catalog to display their items. So Rosella says no, they don't use it in that way. So you have these different apps, right? But because you have different people, and they use it in a different way. So when you go follow someone else, you see, wow, for me, it's very fascinating to see how different country uses different app to do different things. In Italy, IG is for pics, fun, and influencer uses it for business. In Thailand, I guess it's also because the middle class is so small. Everyone is somewhat a business owner, meaning they always have something to sell. So the working class is smaller in Thailand than maybe in Italy. So a lot of them just wants to create these handcrafts, t-shirts, food, and then they sell it through Instagram, which is very interesting. Or they take in a distribution right off of a certain product and they sell it with Instagram. And so a lot of times, if you send a message to the Instagrammer, they can tell you, okay, this is my account, and I can send you the money in it. It's more indirect, but that's how they use it to do transactions as well. Okay, so let me see how the time is right now. Wow, I think I've talked more than 30 minutes. That's pretty good. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment and I can come back to this live stream and also reply your questions. But my interest is always to connect with people, meaning, I know Rosella through Periscope, and I believe that she's a very innovative person. She's an author to begin with, and then she fell in love with Periscope, and now she's created live streaming Italia. And it's because of these tools we get to be connected. We became friends, and I've never even seen her, in real life. But because we've interacted so often, I feel like I know her already. It's nice to stay connected. I think mine was good for low Wi-Fi. Not sure. Maybe Edward. I don't know as well. I don't know much about it as well. But I really truly think that if you would like to connect with anyone in any country, social media is super important. If you want to have a business created because you need to have global reach like I do, because my products can be distributed all over the world, and I want to let people know about this, then I want to have platforms that are open, that I can connect with people, so people would say, I know John Ho, and I like the stuff that he's talking about, and maybe I'll buy the products from him as well because I have a need in it, right? Yeah. And so Rosella said she's coming to Hong Kong. I so look forward to it. And I also want to share you my personal experience using Periscope, because that is the main platform I do with live streaming content. So I think I've been traveling in different countries throughout the 2 years that I've started using Periscope. I've been to Dubai, I've been to Japan, I've been to Thailand, I've been to Indonesia, I've been to USA, I've been into China, I've been to Taiwan. So I've been to like quite a number of countries. And since I have Periscope, hi, Vanilla, hello, ciao ciao. So since I've used Periscope, I would go to this country and I would reach out to this person and I would say, hi, I would like to meet up with you. And there's always these people in Periscope that I met. And because this is live, because we always see each other in the camera, I feel like I already know them. And my traveling experience now is so much different than back before I had Periscope. So I'm a big believer in social media, live streaming in particular. I'm going to Myanmar in December. Myanmar is a Southeast Asian country. It used to call Burma. It's a very close country, but now it's opened up. And it's right next to Thailand and Cambodia. So I'm going to bring my drone. I'm having a drone. I'm going to bring my phone with a data SIM card. And I'm going to do a lot of live streaming. I'm going to be tweeting it out. If I have a platform on Facebook for travel, I'll use my personal page most likely. But if there's a travel related Facebook page, I can also use it like I'm doing this with live streaming Asia right now, and I can show people what Myanmar is. I'm also using Instagrams, and it's amazing because now I can already start preparing my trip. Yes, I have a drone. I know. I bought the new DJI drone. And this is also an amazing story I want to share to you before I shut off the stream. The community that you build in social media can be phenomenal. So I really wanted a drone, and I've been using Periscope to build my audience. Right now, I have almost 20,000 followers in my Periscope account, and I always wanted a drone, but it's so expensive. It's 1,000 euros, cost for like a DJI, a really good drone that I can use it with Periscope. So my wife wouldn't let me buy it, but so I started thinking, hi Sylvia, and I started thinking, uh, let's try do a crowdfunding event. Let's see if my followers, my viewers will also help me to raise funds to buy this drone. So I went to GoFundMe, gofundme.com. It's a website, and I put out a link. I created a page, and I said I want to raise 800 US dollars. That's about 1,800 euros. Um, 900 euros, 900 euros, right? And and I said okay, and I periscoped about it, and I told people, I explained to people why I want to have the drone, and I explained to people how great is the drone for periscope, because now I can use the drone to fly into different places to scope, right? And guess what? 9 hours. Within 9 hours, I raised 800 US dollars. 800 US dollars within 9 hours. And I've put in $400 US myself. I'm talking about US dollars here, right? So I've raised $800 from the community. I put in $400 myself, and I got myself a drone. And this is like, for me, it was like, wow, like the community that I'm building, we can do things together. Within 9 hours, I raised 800 US dollars. Yes, yes. And this is the community that I have built. And because people are so supportive, you would think these things would be impossible, but it's possible, because you just have to believe in it, right? And so now I've ordered the drone, I'm waiting for it, but once I got it, I'm going to share it to my view. And the viewers keep coming back and say, when are you going to get the drone? When are you going to get the drone? Because they're also looking forward for me to have the drone. So once I have the drone, I'm going to do an open box. I'm going to fly in Hong Kong. I'm serious. I'm serious. Really, like, it's phenomenal. Once you have a great community, of course, you have to build trust. You have to build good relationship. I always believe in being genuine. And if you have the support, and if people believe in you, then things can happen, right? Of course, if you're trying to do a GoFundMe to buy a BMW, then I don't know if anyone would want to give you money for that. But I'm just saying, things are possible, and thankfully for these tools, for platforms like this, it enables us to do a lot of things. It's up to your creativity in terms of what you want to do with it. Maybe you want to just do goodwill. It's not about business. Maybe you want to learn about a different country. Maybe you want to learn about the language. But understanding what we are having right now empowers us, because it's so cheap to have a phone, to have internet connection nowadays. Everyone can do it. Well, almost everyone. And it becomes like so fun to do stuff online. And I have to say, even though I can't say I'm addicted to it, but I am spending a lot of hours using Twitter, using WeChat, using Line, using Facebook, using Periscope, just to connect with people, because I love doing it. And I hope live streaming Italia, once they build a big enough community, they can also share ideas to each other, talk about whatever they want to do. With live streaming tools, it's not limited to Facebook Live. YouTube will also have their app. There are so many other apps out there, and if you don't have a good enough bandwidth, you can also use. So it's complementary. It's using everything. It's binding it together, and it's having a goal, having what you want to do with it, and then you start doing things. So my passion is to connect with people. My passion is to make friends, build relationships, create value. That is what I want to do, and so this is what I want to share with you today. All right, so I'm going to tune out right now, but before I do that, again, thank you for the opportunity for giving me a chance to speak in live streaming Italia. Thank you again, Rosella, for the invitation to be the first English speaker to speak on this channel. I hope you find the information that I shared to be useful. I apologize if things are a little bit unorganized because it's a broad topic. I'm not sure what you would like to know more or less, so I'm trying to cover as much as possible. But if you have any feedback, you can always follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, WeChat, Instagram, everywhere. It's John M. Ho, John MHO. And if Rosella can actually type out my handle, John M. Ho, JOHNMHO. So you can also follow me on this other platform. Everything except Periscope. My Periscope account is John Ho, JOHNHO, JOHNHO. And so you can also follow me here. I have a website at johnmho.com. You can also shoot me an email if you have any questions. And hopefully one day I can talk to you in real person. You can buy me an Italian meal, or I can buy you a Chinese meal. And we can do things. We can create, and it's exciting. It's exciting to have that possibility. Okay, I've said enough. Thank you again. Thank you, Rosella. I want to say ciao to you all, and I hope you have a great day in Italy or wherever you have. It's the other way around, Rosella. So Periscope is John Ho, but everywhere else is John M. Ho. But I'll write a comment myself when I go back to the live streaming thing as well. Yeah? Okay. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Peace.